On a quiet summer night in East Cleveland, Ohio, a routine domestic disturbance call suddenly turned into a nightmare. Before sunrise, 2 members of the same family would be dead, 2 police officers would be wounded, and an entire community would be left searching for answers. What could make a young man turn a gun on his own grandfather and brother before opening fire on responding police officers? The answer would uncover a heartbreaking story involving family tragedy, violence, mental illness, and a dramatic manhunt that shocked Ohio. This is the story of Aaron Sharp, a case that left a family destroyed and a community stunned. In the summer of 2025, 24-year-old Aaron Sharp was living in East Cleveland, Ohio. Nothing seemed to suggest that one of the area's most shocking crimes was about to take place. Living with or spending time around family members, Aaron was connected to the people who would soon become victims in a tragedy that would make headlines across the state. On August 7, 2025, everything changed. Inside an East Cleveland home were Aaron's 82-year-old grandfather, Charlie Roscoe, and his 22-year-old brother, Eric Sharp. At some point during the day, a violent incident unfolded inside the residence. Investigators later determined that Aaron armed himself with a firearm. What exactly led up to the shooting remains unclear, but the outcome was devastating. Authorities say Aaron shot and killed his grandfather, Charlie Roscoe. He then fatally shot his younger brother, Eric Sharp. Both men died inside the home. As emergency calls were made, police officers rushed to the scene believing they were responding to a domestic disturbance. What they did not know was that the situation was far more dangerous than anyone realized. When East Cleveland police officers arrived outside the residence, the violence continued. Investigators say Aaron opened fire on the responding officers. Gunshots erupted as officers attempted to assess the situation. Officer Brandon Hernandez and Officer Joshua Durda were both struck by gunfire during the attack. The officers survived, but the shooting instantly escalated the case from a family homicide investigation into an active manhunt for a suspect accused of attacking law enforcement. After the shooting, Aaron fled the area. Law enforcement agencies immediately launched a massive search operation. Throughout the night, officers searched neighborhoods, streets, yards, wooded areas, and possible hiding locations. Residents were urged to remain alert and stay cautious as authorities worked to locate the suspect. Fear spread throughout the community as people learned that an armed man accused of killing family members and shooting police officers was still on the run. The manhunt continued through the night and into the following morning. Finally, on August 8, 2025, the search came to an end. U.S. Marshals located Aaron Sharp hiding near Shaw High School. According to reports, he was found naked and concealed in bushes. Authorities moved in and took him into custody without further violence. The arrest brought relief to investigators and residents who had spent hours wondering where he was hiding. With Aaron in custody, investigators began piecing together the events of the previous day. Evidence collected from the scene helped establish what had happened inside the home and during the encounter with police officers. Prosecutors moved forward with multiple serious charges, including murder and attempted aggravated murder involving the wounded officers. Because of the severity of the crimes, Aaron potentially faced the death penalty. As the case moved through the court system, another major issue emerged. Defense attorneys argued that Aaron suffered from a severe and previously undiagnosed mental illness. According to statements made in court, he was later diagnosed with a schizophrenic spectrum disorder. His attorneys claimed that he experienced a blackout during the incident and had little memory of the events that occurred. The defense maintained that mental illness played a major role in the tragedy. Conditions within the schizophrenic spectrum can involve hallucinations, paranoia, delusions, and an altered perception of reality. While these arguments became an important part of the case, they did not change the devastating consequences of what had happened. 2 family members were dead, 2 police officers had been wounded, and countless lives had been affected. Eventually, Aaron Sharp chose to plead guilty. By doing so, he accepted responsibility for killing his grandfather and brother and for shooting the responding officers. The plea agreement allowed him to avoid a possible death sentence while ensuring that the case would not proceed to a lengthy trial. For the victims' families and the wounded officers, the guilty plea meant they would not have to relive the tragedy during extended courtroom proceedings. The sentencing hearing was emotional. Family members spoke about their pain and the devastating impact of losing loved ones. One of the most powerful moments came when Aaron's mother addressed the court. According to reports, she stated that the person responsible for the crimes was not my son, expressing her belief that severe mental illness had transformed him into someone she no longer recognized. Her statement highlighted the heartbreaking reality of a family torn apart by violence. The case raised difficult questions about mental illness, responsibility, and whether anything could have been done to prevent such a tragedy. While those questions may never be fully answered, the damage caused caused by the events of August 7, 2025 can never be undone. On June 17, 2026, Aaron Sharp appeared before Cuyahoga County Common Pleas Court Judge John J. Spellacy for sentencing. The judge handed down a life sentence and ordered additional penalties related to firearm offenses to be served consecutively. As a result, Aaron Sharp must serve at least 70 years in prison before becoming eligible for parole. Given his age at sentencing, the punishment effectively means he will likely spend the rest of his life behind bars. The case may have ended in court, but its impact remains. 2 innocent lives were lost. 2 police officers were wounded in the line of duty. A family was permanently shattered, and an entire community was left struggling to understand how such a tragedy could happen. What are your thoughts on this case? Do you believe untreated mental illness played a major role in what happened, or do you think personal responsibility should remain the main focus? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this true crime documentary, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss another case.